Sound check. Sound check. 1, 2. It's kind of low. Alter against Beavercreek coming up. I can't hear it very well in the headphones. Sound check. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Stand by, everybody. Alter against Beavercreek, and it'll be coming up in just a few moments. Stay with us. The Beavers face the Alder Knights in our first altercation of the season. Good afternoon from Kettering Ice Arena. My name is Kent Jacobs, and welcome once again to Beavercreek Battling Beaver Hockey. Today it is the first of several meetings of the season between the Beavers and arch-rival Archbishop Alder Knights. Today is Teacher Appreciation Day for the Knights, so they just had a ceremony where the players introduced their favorite teachers. And the players still have to come out and warm up a little bit, so we are still probably close to 10 minutes before the drop of the puck. They have to get the nets put in place, and then the teams have to warm up a little bit, so we're still a few minutes away from the start of today's game. Now the Beavers, of course, they're trying to maintain a perfect record. They come in at 6-0-1, and this is the third of 3 games in 3 days for the Beavers. They defeated Springboro 4-2 on Friday night, and then defeated Mason yesterday 9-1. And so today they're looking to have a 3-game sweep of the weekend, and it's their second swashel game of the season as well. So the Beavers will be looking to try to also maintain a perfect league record also. we have some time before the teams come out. Now we're going to start warming up a little bit to talk about the Beavercreek Beaver sponsors, some of our sponsors for our hockey club this season. First of all is the Dayton's Original Pizza Factory and our pal Bill Daniels, who feeds us at all the team events and everything. Dayton's Original Pizza Factory started working in college for a national pizza chain that ran in the family, and his grandmother, an immigrant from Rome, Italy, had operated a pizzeria north of the old Dayton Airport on Dixie Highway in 1957. And Dayton's Original Pizza Factory moved to Dayton's South Park Historic District at 1101 Wayne Avenue, where they remain to this day. In 1996, they've been there ever since. The business added a dine-in restaurant 2 blocks away in 2006 called the South Park Tavern, and enjoyed introducing its neighbors and many Daytonians to the craft beer wave of the mid-late aughts decade. The South Park Tavern was sold in 2017, but Dayton's Original Pizza Factory continues to offer craft beer, cider, and wine available for delivery, along with their tasty pizzas, grinder subs, and fresh salads. Award-winning Dayton's Original Pizza Factory at 1101 Wayne Avenue in Dayton. We'd like to mention GSI Contractors. They are a Southwest Ohio company that provides construction services to both business and residential clients. The scope of their projects includes new construction and renovation. GSI Contractors are eager to assist with projects from the smallest scale home renovation or commercial subcontracting to provide full general contractor services for projects of grander scale at 2700 North Emerald Drive in Beavercreek. Call Shannon Graham at 937-671-7362. We also like to mention Voss Toyota. Once again this season, Voss Toyota is proud to serve the greater Miami Valley for over 25 years. And once again this season, proud to sponsor Beavercreek varsity hockey. Whether you live in Dayton, Columbus, Cincinnati, or anywhere in Ohio, they have a great selection of new and certified Toyotas and pre-owned vehicles. Voss Toyota has a strong and committed sales staff with many years of experience, satisfying their customer needs. Their customer satisfaction scores reflect the commitment to their customers. Feel free to browse their inventory online or request more information about vehicles or set up a test drive or inquire about financing. If you don't see what you're looking for, you can use their vehicle finder service or get in touch with the folks at Voss Toyota, and they'll do their best to find a vehicle you're looking for. Or if you'd rather discuss your options with their friendly sales staff in person, just contact Voss Toyota at 2110 Heller Drive in Beavercreek. And we'd also like to mention Milano's on North Fairfield Road, and they also have locations in Miami Township and on Brown Street near University of Dayton. Milano's, since they opened their doors in 1969, they have been devoted to making sure the food they serve is the very best. They strive to give their guests the ultimate Milano's experience every day by focusing on craveable food and quality service. In a cozy atmosphere, it's a great place to watch sports, watch any games, football games, basketball games, hockey games, etc. And they have a nice cozy atmosphere in their dining room. From the sub rolls and pizza crusts they make from scratch in their bakery every day to the quality of the ingredients they use, Milano's tries their very best to make sure they serve what you deserve. Milano's at 2260 North Fairfield Road in Beavercreek. I'm proud once again this season to help sponsor Beavercreek varsity hockey. Well, we've got a few scratches to report for the Beavers as we come into today's game. Carson Cox has been out all weekend with a back injury, and Owen Huff with the leg injury the other night is out. Jake Suda is out as well. So a few, and Cameron Burns is out as well. So a few folks out for the Beavers for today's game. The Alder Knights, they have faced an off-season of transition as they had 7 players graduate last season. So Coach Kevin Berry and his staff, a little bit of a struggle to try to put together a competitive team this season. But they are coming in at 2-4. Our chat line is open, and if you have anything you'd like to say, just whether you're a Beaver fan or if you're an Alder fan, I know that we usually have a number of Alder rooters that catch our webcast when we play the Knights. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. There's no charge or anything. Just hit that button, and then you can give us a message. Now introducing the starting lineups. First for the visiting Beavers, it is Alex Elsner coming out to the blue line. Second is the big rig, Joey Donahue. And the last forward introduced is Austin Drawn. On defense, J.J. Lehman. And the Cobra, Riley Hansen. And then Ian Champagne comes out. He is the starting goaltender today for the Beavers. And the rest of the Beavercreek battling Beavers. Now for today's home team, the Alder Knights. And here comes the Junkyard Dog. It's Danny Mahoney coming out to the blue line, junior forward. And next is, I presume, his little brother, A.J. Mahoney. And then next is Luke Lance. And then next out is Adam Ryder, and then team captain is Liam Riley. And then Grant Russell, who is the starting netminder. He's been a starting goalie for a couple of years now for the Knights. And now from Kettering Ice Arena, we present the playing of our national anthem. The Beavers come in with a record of 6 wins, no losses, 1 tie. They are coached by Greg Gutterman, assistant coaches Cam Quick, Brad Lloyd, and Eric Baskin. The Alder Knights come in with a record of 2 wins and 4 defeats. They are coached by our pal Kevin Berry. We all go back a long way, Kevin Berry and Greg Gutterman and myself. And one of our officials today, Billy Peck, Well, we all got acquainted way back in 1993-94 in the old KAHA. Kevin Berry's assisted by team manager Angie Mahoney. Our officials today, I mentioned the first official who's out at center ice, the long arm of the law, Bill Peck, who's a retired state highway patrolman. Anytime he sends you to the penalty box, it's very special, being an ex-lawman. And the other official today, Greg Leff. The Alder Knights in their home white sweaters, black trunks, gold trim. The Beavercreek Beavers in their all black uniforms today. And the crease to our right, Grant Russell, now a veteran netminder for the Alder Knights, and for the Beavercreek Beavers at the other end, Ian Champagne. Ian in his first season as the starting goaltender for the Beavercreek Beavers. The A-Train, Alex Elsner at center ice against Luke Lance. Puck dropped and we're underway. Alex gets his own puck from the opening draw. Then he's checked by two Knights and back they come. We're playing 15 minutes per period in high school hockey. Puck cleared behind the Alter zone goal to our right. And then cleared to center. Beavers shoot back in. Russell behind the net will set it up there for Adam Ryder. Ryder trying to head man up the right wing. Here comes Luke Lance into the Beaver zone. Fires! And a blocker save by Champagne. Back comes Alex Elsner, one man back, trying to get around him. And that's Ryder, and Ryder is able to check him out of the slot area to break up that scoring chance. Elsner still has it, shoots, and it's wide of the Knight goal. Alder clears to center, shot right back in by J.J. Lehman. Russell out of the net for Ryder. Here comes Adam Ryder of the Alder Knights. Pass at center ice off a stick, Beavers have it. Shot back at center for Donahue. Joey Donahue checked along the near boards. Schultz takes it away. Rink wide pass, now back to Schultz on left wing. Into the Beaver zone, he chops it behind the net. Schultz trying to center it, it's taken away by the Beavers. Hansen, he's tied up. And now the Beavers shoot to center. Pass for Chase Newroth is broken up. Tipped back by Schultz into the Beaver zone. Back is Joe Martin. Joe Martin checked into the boards by Sam Linden. Loose puck for Ty Ferguson along the left point. Rimmed off the boards in front to Phillips. Now back for a shot by Liam Riley. It's blocked in front, and back comes Riley Hansen. Hansen trying to move in front, fires. Pad save by Grant Russell. Puck dumped in offside by Donahue. The Beavers vacate the zone and then come back. Here's Hansen. Working around a check, fires, pad save. Rebound is cleared away on end to center ice. Back to get it is Joe Martin. Martin passes past Linden, off the boards and down the ice, and it'll be an icing violation on the Beavers. I have a few messages to catch up with. In our chat, Danae Johnson says, "Go Beavercreek" from Washington State. Rooting for number 30 out there for the Beavers, and that is Chad DeYoung. We'll catch up on some of the others here in a moment. There's a shot. It kicked right almost on net. Yeah. And cleared away. Here comes Joey Donahue, the rig. Here he is, shoots. And pad save made by Russell. Puck loose in front. Another save. Diving across the slot to try to get a shot was Austin Drawn. Beavers hold it in. Pass for Drawn behind the net comes. That's picked off. It's now tipped over to the far wing boards for Elsner. Elsner stripped away. Here come the Knights 2-on-2. Here comes the Junkyard Dog. Shot. Kicked out. Another shot. Stick save. And from the rebound, the Knights trying to hold it in the Beaver zone. Ty Ferguson along the left point. Shoots in front. It's off a skate. Beavers trying to come back. No score. We're 3.5 minutes into the first period. Riley Hansen checked by Ty Ferguson, and the puck is cleared. Now J.J. Lehman dumps in. It's off a stick right to Russell, and he makes the stop. Dangerous deflection. Now the Beavers intercept a pass. There with a shot, and that was a nice play by Murad Constantinitis. But the save by Grant Russell. Here is Mahoney, A.J. Mahoney. He shoots in the Beaver zone. Loose puck now comes to center. It's shot in offside. The Knights have to get out of the attacking end. Now dumped in again by Ty Ferguson. Back is Joe Martin of the Beavers. No score, 10:40 to go, first period. Knights hold in the Beaver zone. Maneuvering across the slot. Mahoney back for a shot off the stick of Phillips, and it's deflected to the corner. Phillips hold in, another shot, save by Champagne, and then the Beavers ice the puck. And there will be a face-off in the Beaver zone to our left. We got a message from Nancy Jeske, says, go Beavers. And we got Jay Haney, says, go get 'em Creek, number 15. From that's Alex Elsner, family in in Michigan, is proud of you. Let's break some records. And from the face-off, in the Beaver zone to our left, here comes Alex Elsner, number 15. Alex, right in front for a tip. He scores! Alex Elsner, what a great individual effort. And the Beavers lead it 1-0. He was working against two older defenders, and the A train is on time. And the Beavers lead it 1-0. He was able to cram the puck in behind Russell. Great individual effort by Alex Elsner, and for Alex, that is his 13th goal of the season. From the face-off at center, puck in the altar zone to our left. That's an unassisted goal. Here's Alex again, a backhander. Blocker save made by Russell. And Donahue trying to get a whack at the rebound, but it skips over his stick and the puck is cleared the other way. Back is Riley Hansen. Hansen past Linden. Weaves through center ice. Now he's checked down by a nice check by Danny Mahoney. Puck loose. Austin drawn. He'll chop it off to the far corner of the altar zone. There's Adam Ryder trying to get around Donahue. Now Donahue steals it, shoots, he scores! The big rig, the diesel. Joey Donahue steals the puck and is able to fire a wrist shot in, and the Beavers now lead at 2-0. That's another unassisted goal. And it's Beavercreek now 2-0. There's a centering pass by Washburn for Newroth that's broken up. Now here's a shot by Newroth that's wide of the altar net. Now here comes Danny Mahoney. He clears down the ice, and it's icing against the Knights. In fact, that was Ty Ferguson, not Danny Mahoney. Clock stop with 8:37 to go in the opening period. Goals by Elsner and Donahue. As mentioned earlier, we have our chat open. Online chat, and whether you're a Beavercreek fan or if you're an Alter fan, I say we usually get some Alter folks. If you want to say hello, tell us what player you're rooting for or where you're watching from, and we'll get that on for you. Here's Liam Riley. And he lost it. It's passed him down the ice. Ty Ferguson back to get it for the Knights. His pass off the forward boards, cut off at the red line by Riley Hansen. Here comes the Cobra. Shot kicked out by Russell. Nice save as he kicks out the big left leg pad. Here's Hansen again. Hansen shot and gobbled up by Grant Russell. It's a meeting of two of the finer goalies in the Swashel, Ian Champagne of Beavercreek and Grant Russell of the Knights. Russell was an all-star last year, and so was Champagne. From the draw, fires, and another save. That was Elsner, and it's off the blocker pad of Grant Russell. Puck tipped away to center, taken by Hansen. Back into the Alder zone. Drop pass, Donahue moving in front, and the puck rolled off his stick. And the Knights come out. Pass at center ice for Liam Riley, team captain, maneuvering in front. He shoots, save, rebound, and they score! And the Knights are on the board. Great effort by Riley, and I think Riley was the goal scorer. Great individual effort by Liam Riley. And we'll wait for the announcement of the goal to see if there were any assists handed out. Here's Elsner's shot. That's up over the crossbar of the Knight goal.
The Alder goal at 7:38 in the first period. Senior Sam Linden.
It's Sam Linden who's credited with the goal. So Sam Linden got the goal and Liam Riley the assist. Liam was the first one in the handshake line, so I thought he had scored. But it is Sam Linden, so congratulations to number 22, Sam Linden, on the goal, assisted by team captain Liam Riley, and the Knights cut the Beaver lead in half, 2-1. There's J.J. Lehman with a shot that's up over the Alder net. Puck held in by Joe Martin. He wraps it around for Washburn, but it's taken away now by the Knights, trying to get it out. Holding it in, however, at the point is Elsner, but it's off his stick. And back come the Knights the other way, trailing 2-1. Here it is Adam Ryder, shakes off a check, centers the puck, but it's off the side of the cage to Austin Drawn of Beavercreek. He shoots to center. Played there by Ryder, and he goes down. Now Washburn a shot. A dangerous chance for the Beavers as Ryder, playing the puck at center, had fallen down. And that gave the Beavers something of a breakaway, but the shot by Washburn was high and wide. Now a shot right in on net, and then the save made by Grant Russell. 5.5 to play in the opening period. Beavers lead at 2-1 on goals by Elsner and Donahue. And the Knights have countered with Sam Linden with a goal from a scrum right in front of the Beaver net. Here's another chance. Shot, save, a backhander off the stick of Evan Schultz of the Knights, and that puck is smothered by Champagne. We'll catch up on all our online chats here at the end of the period.
Folks, please make sure.
Again, whether you're a Beaver fan or an Alder fan, if you want to send us a message, we'll get it on for you.
$5.56.
From the draw in the Beaver zone. Hansen wraps it around Ty Ferguson, trying to hold it in. Now it kicks away to center. Schultz will dump in for the Knights. Back is Riley Hansen. His long pass at center, and nobody's there, and that'll be an icing violation as the puck carries the length of the ice. Got a message from Nancy, from Danae Johnson. Well, we read hers. Go number 30. And that's Chad DeYoung. Nancy Jeske says, let's go Beavers. Joey Haney says, let's go Creek. Number 15, that's Alex Elsner. From the face-off, here comes Joey Donahue into the Alder zone. He tries to shoot the puck in front for a centering pass, but it goes between two Beaver players. Now Elsner's shot, blocked in front. Puck still loose. And coming away with it, Linden for the Knights. He chucks it down the ice, just back into his own zone. It's stolen away, and a shot, pad save for Linden. Linden trying to score a second time, and then we've got a whistle. And the net came loose. Boy, a big chance for Sam Linden, trying to score for the second time in this period. But a pad save by Champagne. Michaela Stacy says, let's go Creek. Bill Daniels, our pal, Dayton's Pizza Factory, says, go Beavercreek, and thanks for the nice shout out. Well, that's just fine, Bill. We appreciate all you do for the Beavers. Boy, he feeds us great pizza at all our team functions from Dayton's original Pizza Factory. Here is Liam Riley waiting for his team to get onside. Now enters the Beaver zone, shoots, kicked out by Champagne. Rebound swept to the near boards. And now cleared the length of the ice. It'll be icing again against the Beavers. Carla Moore says, go Creek. You're all an amazing team. Oh, and thanks to Bill Daniels for your nice comment. I read when you're not at the rink, likes to listen. So thank you very much, Bill. And thanks, Carla, for your comment about the Beavers being an amazing team. Bonnie Vandenboss says, go Creek. So does Ethan Webb. Nice to hear from you, Ethan, a former Beaver player. From the draw in the Beaver zone, here comes Donahue. Trying to move in, an altar goal, shoots. Save made by Grant Russell, and Grant will hold on to the rebound. Bonnie Vandenboss says, go Creek, so does Ethan Webb. Jeff Duford, the executive producer, says, thanks to the whole production crew. You make it even more fun to watch. Go Creek. Thanks, Jeff. Face off again. Now another save made by Grant Russell. Shots on goal unofficially so far, favoring Beavercreek 13-9. From the face off in the night zone, Hansen chips it ahead. And now cleared back to the Beaver line, picked up by the Junkyard Dog, Danny Mahoney. Mahoney fires, he scores! The Dog gets a goal on a great shot from the right wing circle and ties the game at 1 apiece. Started calling Danny Mahoney the Junkyard Dog a couple of seasons ago when he was a freshman. His propensity to get those greasy, junky goals in front by getting tips and rebounds, and not that time he just fired a wrist shot in. Great shot by Mahoney. And here he comes again. Or no, this is Adam Ryder. Ryder trying to center. And Champagne makes the stop. So we are all tied up now 2-2. The Beavers, prohibitive favorites coming into this game, need to keep the foot on the gas. Some of these, the Alder Knights have several new players, and they're new to the game, but they still have some great veterans. There's another shot steered aside by Champagne. When you're talking about Mahoney and Riley, Luke Lance, Ty Ferguson. Here is a check down to the ice of Hansen by Liam Riley, the team captain of Alder. And, of course, netminder Grant Russell. The Knights are not going to go quietly. So the Beavers have to be on their A game to come away with a win this afternoon to keep their perfect record alive. Here comes Riley Hansen working 1-on-3. Now he's veered off to the corner. Drops it off. Donahue's shot is blocked by Ty Ferguson up over the glass, and one of the players, and he makes the catch, and he tosses the puck back on the ice. Nice play by the guy in the red sweater over there. Two minutes, 7 seconds left in the opening period. We're all tied at 2. Face off in the night zone. Donahue, wrist shot. Save by Russell. And an assist by Riley in the crease to help keep the puck out. Great play by Riley. Here are the Beavers again. Here's Donahue. Drops it off to Lehman at the point for a tip. Oh, he just misses Austin Drawn for a one-time tip in front. That would have been a great play. Now, here is a pass over for J.J. Lehman, right point. He chops it around the dasher board behind the net to Elsner, to Donahue. Shot, blocked, and back come the Knights. Here's Mahoney. He shovels it in right on net, and a catch made by Champagne. He drops it off for Lehman to center for Austin Drawn into the night zone. He's hammered into the boards. Elsner checked off the puck. Loose puck, Drawn a shot right on, and the save made by Russell, and he will hold on to the rebound. Now down to 1:07 left in what's been a very lively first period. With the Beavers and Knights all knotted up at 2 apiece. Beavers led 2-0. Goals by Linden and Mahoney have tied it up. Now we've got Chase Newroth drawing for the Beavers against, it looks like, Ty Ferguson. From the face-off, Riley fanned on a pass. Now he gets it back. Now tries to clear it up ahead now for Schultz. He bangs it off to the left wing boards and down into the Beaver zone. It's taken by Joe Martin. Martin checked by Schultz. Schultz giving up a lot of size to Martin, but he's able to make the hit into the boards. There's a shot by Ryder that's wide of the Beaver net. We've got 35 seconds left in the period. Riley a shot. Save, rebound, and pouncing on it now is Champagne, and Ian will hold on to it. 31 seconds left in the opening period. Face off in the Beaver zone. Left wing circle. It's going to be Riley Hansen against Dixon Phillips. Hansen loses the draw to Phillips. Here's a shot by Riley, blocked in front. There's a pass up ahead for Hansen, and a nice check of the puck by the goaltender, Russell, as he sweeps it away from Hansen, who would have walked in. And now another shot steered aside by Russell. Puck chipped ahead the other way. Here comes Phillips, and he's checked between 2 Beavers, and the Beavercreek squad shoots the puck to center as the buzzer sounds the end of what was a thrilling first period. And the score after 1 period of play, the Beavercreek Beavers 2 and the Alder Knights 2.
We have 3 fantastic holiday-themed baskets today. $1 for a puck, $5 will give you 6 pucks. Shot the puck at the end of the second period.
See if we've got any other messages. We heard from Jeff Duford, our executive producer. Jeff, nice to see you're with us here this afternoon on the computer. Say hello to Terry for us. So recapping the scoring in this opening period, it was Alex Elsner and Joey Donahue for the Beavers, both unassisted. And then Sam Linden and Danny Mahoney. Sam Linden's goal was assisted by Liam Riley. Danny Mahoney's goal was unassisted. Shots on goal unofficially at the end of the first period, favoring Beavercreek 18-16. Now we're talking. We need some 70s music. Yeah, now we're talking. This is what they should be playing. Get that rap stuff and everything, all that mopey, dopey stuff out of here. This is, well, I can't say. I can't give the name of the song or the singer because we'll get bumped off. That happened to me. I called games for a Xenia minor league baseball team during the summer, and I was playing DJ with the music between innings, and because of, copyright and the YouTube people are all over that, or their little robots are, and they took our game off from being kept stored online. So I'm not going to say anything about song titles or singers. Underway, second period. Here is Liam Riley, team captain of these Knights. He skates to center. He gets bumped off the puck by his own teammate, and then they shovel it in behind the Beaver net. Here's Joe Martin. He leaves it, has it stolen. Tip right off the side of the Beavercreek cage. Now Adam Ryder, a shot blocked on defense. Now Liam Riley, he'll shoot behind the net. The Knight player goes down. Beavers clear it all the way down the ice after it, and icing will be called on the Beavers. We're 1 minute into the second period, with the score 2-2. Face-off will be in the Beavercreek zone to our right. Dixon Phillips against Alex Elsner. From the face-off, here's Liam Riley, left point. Moves in, shoots, and they score! Liam Riley, a screenshot from the left point. And I don't know if Champagne had trouble seeing that. The Alder Knights have scored 3 unanswered goals. Take their first lead of the game at 3-2. Now here is Sam Linden into the Beaver zone. His shot is wide. Loose puck shot to center. Now for and that's called unassisted. Liam Riley's goal unassisted. Now back is Adam Ryder into the Beaver zone. Ryder pulls the trigger. Save, but the puck popped behind Champagne. He had to reach back for it. That was almost a disaster, that shot, he had it off his pad, but it bounced. It looks like it bounced over his pad behind him, but he and Weeble reached back and grab it. Boy, the Beavers had all the momentum early on, and the Knights have taken it back. Face-off right wing circle of the Beavercreek zone. Luke Lance will have at it against Alex Elsner from the draw. Lance loses it to Elsner, and back comes Alex, working 1-on-2. Elsner around Ferguson, still has it. Has it chopped away by Ferguson. Joe Martin sends it behind the net. Nobody's there. Knights chop it back. Now for Alex Elsner of the Beavers. Alex, he's bumped by Ferguson. Puck loose. And there's Liam Riley. Clears ahead for Ryder. Adam Ryder to center ice. Adam Ryder. Or check that's Luke Lance. Luke Lance, and he's checked. Beavers dump back in. There's Mahoney. Danny Mahoney back to neutralize. Pass behind Luke Lance and into the Beaver zone, played by Riley Hansen. Here's Hansen. Hansen's pass is bumped off an Alder player. Now Austin Drawn has it for Beavercreek. Drawn ridden into the boards by Mahoney. Loose puck into the Alder zone. Taken by Ty Ferguson, number 88 of the Knights. We approach 3 minutes into the second period. Alder in the white sweaters leads at 3-2. Ty Ferguson's shot well wide. The carom off the end boards almost comes in front. It's swept aside by Ian Champagne. Here is Riley Hansen. Drops the puck off. It's dumped in for the Beavers by Mason Washburn. Now Liam Riley. Pass up ahead. Chip to center. Beavers back to get it. Here's Riley Hansen in his own zone. Hansen for Elsner. Pass between his legs. Picked up by Murad Constantinitis. He's checked and the puck is cleared. It's off a stick, so icing waved off. Sam Linden being shadowed by Joe Martin. It's taken away by the Beavers. Here they come. Here is Alex Elsner, or Riley Hansen. He bumps into Elsner, and Elsner was in ahead of the play. And it's icing, or rather offside against the Beavers. Face off on the far spot outside the Alter zone. Chase Newroth will have at it against Dixon Phillips. From the face-off, Phillips drops it back in his own zone to Riley. Riley being shadowed by Washburn. Puck taken away by Newroth. His pass is off his stick, right back to him. Newroth pulls the trigger, and he scores! Chase Newroth ties the game for the Beavers. How about that? And we've had just a number of great individual efforts in this game so far on behalf of both teams, and that one by Newroth. He had the pass ahead off his stick right back to him, and then he just decides to pull the trigger, and Chase gets his second of the season, and that ties the game at 3. So that should be an unassisted goal as well. There's a shot. Yeah, that was unassisted. I was waiting for the announcement by the Alder public address man, and he confirms that's unassisted. Here's Adam Ryder for the Knights into the Beaver zone. Big Adam Ryder trying to move in, and he scores! Adam Ryder, and that's another great individual effort. Adam, one of the bigger players on the ice out there, and he just moves right up the gut, right up the slot, and now there's going to be a goalie change for the Beavers now as Chad DeYoung is going to come in relief of Ian Champagne. And that probably is another unassisted goal in this game. Every goal in this game has been unassisted so far, except for the first Alter goal, which was Linden from Riley. Boy, what a barn burner we have this afternoon. Really before a surprisingly sparse crowd. Yeah, that's unassisted as well. Now here's Danny Mahoney's shot. DeYoung the save. Another shot, pad save DeYoung. Mahoney again, a shot. And off the pad of Chad DeYoung. Here's Mahoney, checked by Martin. Loose puck. And here comes Riley Hansen. Hansen trying to weave into the Alder zone, trying to move in front, and he tips it behind the net. Now for the Beavers, they're big players. That puck was hit with a high stick, and that'll result in a stoppage of play because it was hit with a high stick of a Beaver player. They'll move the face off. Well, I thought it was off a Beaver player, and now I guess it was off of an Alder player because they're moving the face off into the Alder zone. So advantage Beavercreek in this face off. But the Knights win the draw. It's chipped ahead. Here come the Knights the other way. Ty Ferguson, but there is Evan Schultz. He was ahead of the play on the right wing, and that's offside at the Beavercreek blue line. 4-3, the Knights lead it. They're in the white sweaters with the black trunks. The Beavers, and they're all black this afternoon. And I was going to mention the big Beaver stars, Elsner, Hanson, Donahue. They are going to have to try to take this game over. Although Chase Newroth, a great play, but a tight game like this that is really going to be apparently very highly contested. They're going to need their big guns to shine this afternoon. Alex Elsner has scored, and then Joey Donahue and Chase Newroth. Riley Hanson has had a couple of chances. 8:40 to go in the second. Beavers led 2-0. They've been outscored 4-1 since then. There's Joey Donahue. Across center. Joey past Ferguson. Barreling in. Centers for a tip. Oh, Austin Drawn just tips it wide. Nice pass by Donahue. Now back is Mahoney. Shot. Steered aside by DeYoung. Puck chipped away to center ice. Here is Elsner trying to come away with it. He's checked by Ferguson. He still has it. Fires. Save. Oh, and just fanning on the rebound was Austin Drawn as he tried to whack it out of the air as it came down to rest on the ice. Here is a chance for Mahoney, and he fans, and that's A.J. Mahoney, not Danny. I assume A.J.'s little brother. Loose puck into the Beaver zone, into the Alder zone, and that's Elsner, but it's offside. 7:47 to play in the second period. Chase Newroth is going to take the face-off for Beavercreek against Dixon Phillips, number 90. Dixon wins the face-off. Chases the puck down, drops it back. Knights clear ahead. It's stolen by the Beavers. J.J. Lehman. J.J. bangs it ahead, but not out. That's a potential giveaway in the defending zone, which is something you want to definitely try to avoid. Beavers were able to get it back and clear to center. Now here is Chase Newroth. Drop pass. Nice pass, but it was behind Washburn. Here come the Knights. It's cleared in the Beaver zone by Ryder. Puck loose behind the net, and Chad DeYoung is going to hit the ice and smother the puck. We're now past the midway point of the game, with the Knights leading it 4-3. Got a message from Nancy Jeske. She says, "Keep battling, Beavers." There's a puck knocked down by the hand of Joey Donahue. He centers for Elsner, but he wipes out as he tried to enter the slot area between the face-off circles. Here is Schultz for the Knights. Lost the handle as he moved into the Beaver slot the other way. Here is Elsner. Around a check into the Alder zone. Around Ferguson. Moves in front. Fires. Oh, my gosh. And Russell got a piece of that. Oh, I thought that was headed for the net. Great play by Elsner to work around a couple of defenders. Donahue calling for it. He tips it back. Now he centers. trying to move in. Hansen, he centers the puck, drawing a whack at it, as well as Elsner. It's off to the corner. Now Hansen left point. Back for Donahue, fires, and a blocker pad save. Puck loose at the side of the net. Donahue shoots, and Russell has it. Wow. Great save by Grant Russell, the all-star netminder of the Knights. Now the Mahoney brothers back on for Alter, as well as Luke Lance. For the Beavers, it's Washburn, Newroth, Martin, Hansen, and Elsner. Face off left wing circle of the Knight zone. Chase Newroth wrestling for it. Puck still tied up. Now here come the Knights the other way. Luke Lance trying to get around. Nice check by Hansen, who squares up to him and takes the puck away. Hansen into the Knight zone, fires, and a save made by Russell off his pad. Here's Murad Constantinitis holding the puck in. Rink wide pass taken away by the dog. Here's Danny Mahoney shoveling around Martin, but Joe Martin, nice play to haggle it away, and he actually wrestles Mahoney down to the ice. Puck shot in offside by the Knights. They have to vacate the attacking zone. Beavers have it. Puck shot at center. A couple of players collide, and there's a whistle. And is that offside? Okay. So a puck tipped back in by the Knights offside with one of their players. I think he was actually on the ice in the attacking zone. Face off, it'll be Liam Riley against Alex Elsner on this near spot outside the Beavercreek zone. From the face off, Phillips lost it to Elsner. Here comes Alex the other way with Donahue. Fires, pad save. Donahue was ready for the rebound, but Grant Russell does not allow it. The Knights in the white sweaters lead the all-black clad Beavercreek Beavers 4-3. We're in the second period, 5 minutes to go in this frame. Donahue shot from the draw, and that's gloved by Russell.
Just a few minutes left for Chuck a Puck. Again, $1 for a puck, $5 gets you 6 pucks. Great holiday themed baskets.
From the face-off in the Knight zone, Donahue to Elsner behind the net. Elsner checked by Ryder. Trying to clear it, not out. It's held in along the boards by Donahue. Now taken away behind the net for the Knights by Riley. He is checked by Elsner, and then he gets it back. Puck shot off a stick to center. After it, Phillips. It's off of his stick. Now J.J. Lehman. Lehman checked by Evan Schultz. Evan Schultz, one of the more diminutive players on the ice. He's got a lot of fight in him, and now he has the puck. Drops it back for Riley. He fires, and it's off a stick in front wide. On defense, here's Riley again. Back for Schultz, centering. And it's over the stick of the Beavers' Austin Drawn. Puck shot right in front. Beavers' Alex Elsner trying to break out with it, but he's bumped off the puck. Puck still in the Beaver zone. J.J. Lehman, his clearing shot was blocked. Now the Beavers pick up the puck at center. Here's Elsner. He's checked by that was Luke Lance. Here's Mason Washburn, shoots, and it's free in front. Washburn holds in, fans on a shot. Loose puck drawn, a shot is blocked, and it's cleared away. Back for the Beavers, J.J. Lehman. 3:20 to go in the period. J.J. will dump it in. Back is Chase Newroth. Ryder takes it away for Alder. Adam Ryder, he's a big boy out there, number 42. Into the Beaver zone, looking to shot. He shoots the puck, and it's caught head high by Chad DeYoung. 3:09 to go in the period. Shots on goal unofficially right now favor Beavercreek 30-25. From the face-off, right wing circle. Riley, a shot blocked by Joe Martin. Puck loose behind the Beaver net, and a whistle as the net comes loose. I'm sure the Beavers, of course, it goes without saying, would like to get this game tied up entering the third period. From the face-off, puck chipped away to center. Adam Ryder takes it away. Ryder, pass ahead from Mahoney. He dumps it in the Beaver zone. Back is Joe Martin. Martin bangs it off the far wall to center ice. Mahoney will whack it in. And it's off a body right back to Luke Lance at the blue line. Lance into the Beaver zone, lost the handle. Here comes Riley Hansen, 1-on-3. Here comes Hansen. Into the Alder zone, fires! He scores! The Cobra strikes! And the game is tied at 4. 1-on-3. That doesn't matter. The Cobra is going to get what is his. He rifles a wrist shot into the Alder net. And we're all knotted up at 4. And it's another unassisted goal. And that just shows you the individual effort by the players on both of these teams. There's an icing on Alter. Only one of the 8 goals in this game has an assist. That was the first Alder goal, and then all the other goals for both teams have been unassisted, and it's just been great individual efforts on the part of all those goals. Here's Elsner, a shot. That's blocked. Another shot by Elsner. He whistles one high and wide. Puck cleared down the ice. And icing waved off. Here's Elsner behind his own net. Elsner starts out, long pass at center over the stick of Donahue. Icing waved off. Back to get it for the Knights is Liam Riley. Riley checked by Donahue. He still has it. Riley lost it. Elsner for the Beavers. Back to Donahue. To Elsner. Elsner back to the point. Hansen, his shot is deflected wide. Now A.J. Mahoney. He is checked off the puck by Donahue. Donahue centers the puck. It's off an Alder stick to Drawn. A shot saved by Russell. And the rebound off to the far corner. Now behind the net, Hansen centers. Elsner looking to make a play, shoots, and it's off the side of the cage. Elsner trying to wrap it around. Elsner. Hansen calling for it at the center point. Moves in, shot, and he was looking for a tip in front. It's deflected wide. And then cleared down the ice past Hansen. It'll be an icing on the Knights. Just 48 seconds left in the period. Got a message from Jay Haney. Great teamwork, Beavercreek. Let's finish it. Where are the Alder folks out there? Usually we hear from the Knight fans that tune into our webcast. And if you have a player that you're following or want to say hello to one of the players, then let us know. We'll get it on for you. From the draw, here's a shot. And that's high and wide. That was off the stick of Donahue as he was checked down to the ice. And we've got a face-off, puck kicked up over the glass. 34 seconds left in the period. Now, I was talking to our producer before the game. I don't like these Sunday afternoon games. They're usually sparsely attended. From the draw, a pass by Elsner to Donahue. Behind the net, Hansen. Elsner, left wing circle, shot, and that's gloved by Grant Russell. But yeah, I don't know why they schedule these games, because these high school kids, especially they're competing with NFL football on a Sunday afternoon, and high school kids don't like to come out during the day. Shot by Elsner, and another catch by Grant Russell. But why they don't schedule a game like this, a rivalry game on a Friday or Saturday night, to get a big crowd in here from fans of both teams. This is the home rink of both Beavercreek and Alder. Here's from the draw. Elsner fires, and he hammers it wide. Behind the net, here's Hansen looking in front for a tip. What's going on? And they score! Is it in? No. The referee pointed, and the point means a goal, but he was pointing to the right face-off circle. So no goal. When referee Peck pointed, that could have signified goal, but he was actually signaling to hold the face-off in the right wing circle. So I apologize. Just making sure you're awake. So it's still 4-4 from the draw. A one-time hammer by Elsner. Steered aside by Russell. Just a few seconds left in the period. Now as J.J. Lehman holds the puck in, the buzzer sounds the end of the second period. Boy, what a game we've got, a barn burner from the Kettering Ice Arena. After 2 periods of play, it is the Beavercreek Beavers 4 and the Alder Knights 4. And the Knights are going to have a ceremony. They're going to have a chuck-a-duck. That's the same type of thing the Beavers do.
Who's got the senior spotlight?
So stand by, folks. We will recap the scoring in a little bit. First of all, we have our special feature senior spotlight, and today's guest is the big rig, Diesel Donahue. Joey Donahue. Here he is on Senior Spotlight. Back here for a Senior Spotlight, and our guest in this segment is the big rig, the Diesel, Joey Donahue. Joey, welcome to our Senior Spotlight. Well, coming into this last season for you, I wanted to first ask if you could tell the folks out there a little bit about yourself personally, and what do you like to do? What type of hobbies do you have?
I'm a senior at Beavercreek High School, and I play baseball and hockey, so I do 2 sports for the school. I do club baseball too, so my time's pretty much consumed through all those sports. I don't have too much free time to do anything, so basically just do 3 sports in school.
What type of position do you play in baseball?
I play catcher and first base in baseball.
Would you consider yourself, if you had to specialize in something, more of a baseball player or hockey player?
I like hockey more because it's just more fun, and I like our team better here. So I do love baseball, and I love the baseball team, but hockey thing's just big, different feel to it. So I would say hockey.
Now, your college plans coming up, what are you looking to do once you graduate?
I'm looking to either go to Bowling Green or Kent State and study some type of analytics, either data analytics or like business analytics, something in that area.
Now, Bowling Green, and I say this to all the guys that potentially might play college club hockey in this area. Bowling Green has really good ACHA club programs. I think they have both a Division 2 and 3, I think. And Bowling Green plays here. They're in UD's league. So if you go to Bowling Green, would you consider trying to play club hockey?
Yeah, I'll look into it and see what it's like and try out maybe. See what it's like.
It'd be nice to get you here against UD and everything. So you're talking about studying analytics and everything. What type of thing would you do with a degree like that out of college?
I just get a job, and I don't really. What do you mean by that?
Well, I guess old folks like me don't understand what is data analytics or that type of thing. what type of positions? Would it be like computer positions, or what would you do with that?
I think so. I think it's just work for a company and study their data and do analytics on their company and everything there.
Now, reflecting back on your career here at Beavercreek High, do you have any one or two greatest moments that you're going to take with you that from your 4 years here?
For hockey, I have two moments I really enjoyed. Actually three, I guess. The Alter overtime win my freshman year, which is what a lot of people are going to say. And then last year when we beat Talawana in overtime to go to the league championship. And then last week when we won St. X in overtime to win Frozen Creek, which we've never done. Those three things are really cool to me.
And as this season shapes up, how do you feel about the team going forward as the season goes on, and your chances in the Swashel? You think you guys have a really good chance to pull the league off this year?
Yeah, I think our team's really strong this year. We got a lot of new players that are getting a lot of playing time, and they're improving quite a bit, improving really fast because they're getting a lot of playing time. So. I do think we're probably the best team in Swashel, so we should be the front runners to win it. So we should win it this year.
And as one of the senior leaders on this team, and I think you're an alternate captain, is that right? What do you feel about the young players, like the first and second year players, how they're coming along? How do you assess their development so far?
The young players are coming along really well. They practice a lot, and they have their own practices, so they're improving a lot. And then they're also on the JV team, so when the JV team plays, I get to watch them, and they just get a lot of ice time, and they just keep improving a lot until in the next couple year or two, they'll be really good for this team.
Well, we've certainly really enjoyed watching you here these 4 years, Joey, and wish you the best of luck once you graduate and move in your college days, and hope that when you get a chance that you'll stop back in and see us. So thanks a lot again, Joey Donahue, on our Senior Spotlight. That was our Senior Spotlight with Joey Donahue. And we're going to, since we have time, they still have to resurface the ice. We're going to play another one. We're going to play Owen Huffs in just a moment. That gives us a chance to catch up on our chat messages a little bit. Bethany Manley says, "Go Creek, good job, Joe Martin. Your family is watching in Michigan." Thank you, Bethany. Nice to hear from you. I'm sure Joe Martin appreciates your message. And Jake Villarreal says, "Go Creek." Watching from Washington State. Go Chad DeYoung. Chad is in there in relief of Ian Champagne. Good music. Yeah, I can't say the name of the group because I don't want to get knocked off. But now we're talking. So Go Chad DeYoung, says Jacob Villarreal. His little brother Cade says, "Go Creek." Well, thanks, Cade. We appreciate that. I'm sure Chad does. And also Nancy Jeske says, "Thank you for camera and production, all you do, watching from Minnesota." Camera, and that is being handled by Sir Lancelot. And production and engineering handled by Cherie Champagne, who is ready to audition for Dance Fever. They're playing some good 70s stuff and other, not any of the modern dopey stuff they were doing here last night or the other night. Playing some good stuff. And Cherie is in, she's chair dancing. That's what she's doing. She's chair dancing, which I can do. I can do that. It's just when... Okay, so stay tuned. We've got another Senior Spotlight. It's on Owen Huff. So stand by for Senior Spotlight with Owen Huff. Back again for Senior Spotlight, and our guest in this segment is Owen Huff. And we're pleased to have Owen with us. Thank you for joining us, Owen. Tell us, first of all, everybody out there would like to know a little bit about Owen. Tell us, what your hobbies are, what some of your things you like to do when you're not playing hockey.
Probably like when I'm not playing hockey, there isn't really much. I guess just playing video games. When I'm not really playing hockey, though, I'm usually at work or at school or something like that. So I don't really have much time to do anything else right now.
What kind of work are you doing right now?
I work at Chick-fil-A.
Okay. Now, do you have any college plans for after you graduate?
I was planning on going to the Navy after high school.
Good. I'm a former Navy reservist, so I'll say that's a great plan. Do you have any idea of what type of rate or occupation you'd like to do in the Navy?
I was still looking at stuff and researching stuff, but right now I was thinking maybe like an aviation boatswain's mate.
Oh, okay. So you going back a couple of years ago, of course, you had you kind of a health scare, and how did that alter your trajectory as far as how your hockey career at Beavercreek went? How much of an interruption was that?
Well, obviously, I missed almost the whole entire year, but so I kind of missed a year to grow, but I was trying my best over the summer and throughout all the other time to try to make up for that and try to get better for this year.
And what's your primary position? You're a forward. Have you been pretty much centering or being a winger so far?
So far, I've been mostly wing.
Okay. How long have you been playing hockey? When did you start?
I started playing hockey in 4th grade, so since I was maybe 9.
Are you from this area?
Yeah.
And when you look back on your 4 years here, what do you have a favorite hockey memory of that you would like to share with everybody that you'll take with you?
Probably my favorite memory from hockey was my freshman year when we were losing to Alter, and then we came back and won the game in overtime.
Now, some of those players you talk about the teams from several years ago. The players that were the seniors, juniors, and senior back then, how did they help you in your development? Do you feel like you got a lot of mentoring from a lot of the older players back then?
Yeah, they were always they were giving me tips and stuff like that. Yeah.
And when you are mentoring some of these younger players, since you in your 4th year, is that something you enjoy? Do you enjoy trying to mentor and help the young players come along?
Yeah, I do.
When you graduate in your possibly in the Navy and moving on, is that something that you want to try to make a career? You want to be like a 20-year man, or is that something you want to do for 4 years and then go to college and get into something else?
I'm still thinking about my plan for that, but I was thinking if I don't make a career out of it, then yeah, I'll probably end up going to college or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, and have you played any other sports in your time at Beavercreek High? For the school?
Not for the school, no.
Do you do any as hobbies off to the side? Any other sports?
No, not.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, Owen, it's been a joy watching you develop in your 4 years, and the year that you had to miss, we were all pulling for you to get back, and boy, you've really come back strong, and And I can tell you that I think that your game has really grown, and you're really really playing tough out there. And I think you've really come along great, and you're a great addition to the team. So I just want to wish you the best of luck, and certainly if you get a chance, if you have a chance, if you're not traveling, that you can come back and see us, catch a Beaver High hockey game, and come up and see us.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure for me too, Kent. Thank you.
Owen Huff, we appreciate him joining us and wish him best of luck in his future. And that's another segment of Senior Spotlight. So appreciate you watching Senior Spotlight, that episode with Owen Huff, and then previously we had Joey Donahue. So we are in between the second and third periods at Kettering Ice Arena with a great game right now between crosstown rivals, the Alder Knights and Beavercreek Beavers. We're all knotted up at 4 apiece. Catching up on our online chat, Michaela Stacy says, what started your love of hockey? She's asking that question of myself. Well, Michaela, I had followed the Dayton Gems just a little bit back in the 1970s when I was a kid. I'd listened to Lyle Steig a little bit on the radio doing Gem games, but it really kicked in one evening of December 1979 when I was switching around one night with nothing to do. I was a radio guy, not a TV guy. I didn't watch TV too much when I was a teenager. I listened to the radio. And when I was 14 years old, one evening, December of 79, I was flipping around on the AM dial, and I came across a sporting event. And then right away I could tell it was hockey. And I listened a little bit. And it turned out it was the St. Louis Blues NHL team, and on their flagship station, KMOX, out of St. Louis, a clear channel station that you can hear at night, 1120 on the AM dial. Dan Kelly and Gus Kyle, they were reporting from the Checker Dome, which was previously the St. Louis Arena when Ralston Purina bought the St. Louis Blues. In honor of their checkerboard square emblem, they renamed that arena the Checker Dome. And I was just hooked. I thought, wow, this is neat. Blue was my favorite color, so I thought, well, I'll just take them on, the St. Louis Blues. And so, of course, no internet back then, so I followed the team in the newspaper to see when they played next, and I would try to listen to every game. Well, just a few months later, or 2 months later, February of 1980, came the U.S. Olympic hockey team, the Miracle on Ice, the gold medal team of 1980, Lake Placid, New York Olympics. And after that, I was just cemented. I instantly, over just a few months, became a huge fan. I tried to learn all about the game. Never played the game. I was a baseball player. I played high school football, or junior high school football. But didn't play hockey, but I grew to love the game and call the game after starting to listen to the Blues on the radio every night. And so ever since then, and if you know anything about the NHL, you know the St. Louis Blues won their first Stanley Cup 3 seasons ago. And the 2018-2019 season, in June of 19, they won their first Stanley Cup. I never thought I would ever see it. 40 years of being a fan, and they had never even gone to the finals except for a few times when I was just a little toddler when they had first come into the league, but never. But they were swept all 3 times they were in the finals back then. So they had never had a whiff of winning a cup, and I had never seen them go to the finals. So when they won in 2019, it was a bucket list thing for me, really, and so I was thrilled. But so Michaela, that's how it happened. It's been 40 plus long years for me of being a fan and calling the games. I did some Dayton Bombers for WHIO color commentary, and I call University of Dayton games. I have off and on ever since the mid-90s, and got into doing Beavercreek Beavers at the request of Coach Gutterman, who I knew from way back in 1993-94, his beer league, and then he became the coach of the Dayton Flyers, and I called games for them when he was their coach. So when he came back to town and took over the Beavers, we ran to each other here at the rink when I was going to do a Dayton Flyer game for DATV cable access television, and he asked me if I would do their games, and I said, of course, I'd love to, and that was, what, 5 seasons ago, something like that. And so I've been doing Beaver games ever since, so that's how it started. Carla Morris says, you've got this creek. Grandma's cheering for Alex. Between Aunt Rhonda and I in Michigan has this covered. Thank you, Carla. Nice to hear from you. 4-4 the score. Beavercreek goals by Alex Elsner, Joey Donahue, Chase Newroth, Riley Hansen. Alder goals by Sam Linden, Danny Mahoney, Liam Riley, and also Adam Ryder. So 8 goals in the game scored by 8 different players. Puck drop, we're underway. This game being officiated by Billy Peck and Greg Leff. The Knights in their white sweaters, black trunks. The Beavers in all black. Riley back to get it for the Knights. He has it taken away by Elsner, then Elsner is checked by Riley. Puck rimmed around far side. Hansen shoots it high and wide of the Alder net. Here's Joe Martin. Martin wraps it around the net. He's tied up there. Loose puck picked up by Adam Ryder behind his own net for the Alder Knights. Ryder around a couple of checks, moves through the neutral zone into the Beavercreek end. Adam Ryder behind the net. Still had it. Now he lost it behind him. Joe Martin trying to clear it. It's blocked. Here comes Riley Hansen, Beaver co-captain. Into the Alder zone. A shot and a blocker save. Punched out by Grant Russell. Grant Russell in the net for the Knights. Chad DeYoung for Beavercreek. Now bumped off the puck was Elsner. Now Riley knocks Elsner down. We've only had, I think, have we had any penalties in this game? Have we had any penalties in this game? Yeah, no penalties in this game. Here's Riley Hansen. Again, fatigue could be a factor for the Beavers. This is their 3rd game in 3 days. They played Friday night and beat Springboro 4-2, and then beat Mason yesterday 9-1. Here's Mason Washburn moving in. His shot, and he scores! Holy mackerel! Mason Washburn gets in between the legs of Russell. And you know what Uncle Kent always says, nothing can go wrong with throwing the puck toward the net. And that's what Mason Washburn does there. He had it clearing. He just walked into the top of the right wing circle, let it go, and it finds its way in. And for Mason Washburn, I've got it as his first goal of the year. That was unassisted. And the Beavers retake the lead at 5-4. Puck in the Beaver zone to our left. Carrying out is Alex Elsner. He's checked by Riley and Ryder. Here's J.J. Lehman getting the puck from Chad DeYoung out of the Beaver net. Now there's a centering pass by the Knights. It strays free to the far boards. Here's Sam Linden for Alder. Linden trying to chip it ahead, but it's off his stick. Beavers clear it. That's Hanson. Shoots to center. Riley takes it away for the Knights to Ferguson. Here's Ty Ferguson, poke checked away by Joey Donahue. Here's Donahue. Into the Knight zone, centering pass, deflected off a stick. Here comes Danny Mahoney, the junkyard dog. Over the Beaver line, Mahoney centers, but it's too far in front of Phillips. Here's Alex Elsner, the A-train, into the Knight zone. Trying to fight off Adam Ryder. Ryder ties up Alex Elsner. Hanson holds the puck in for the Beavers. Hanson trying to fight off a couple of Knight players. Hanson, top of the slot, fires, stick save. Rebound for Alex Elsner. Elsner has it stripped away. Here come the Knights the other way. Adam Ryder bumped off the puck by J.J. Lehman. Nice check by Lehman. Lehman drops it back. And coming up the right wing was Chase Newroth to Donahue. Donahue tied up. Donahue still fighting for it. Now here's Mason Washburn. Washburn, he'll send it, trying to send it over for Donahue. Off his stick, now Riley has it. 10.5 to go in regulation. Beavercreek leading now 5-4. Riley Hanson into the Knight zone. Checked away by the stick of Ryder, and he sends to center. Grant Russell out of his net, setting it up for Adam Ryder, number 42. There's Ryder. He chips it off the near boards, but it's taken away by Donnie. Shot saved by Russell. And with the big rig swooping in, trying for a rebound, Grant Russell will cover the puck. Got a message from JPS1DEC, Go Creek. Michaela Stacy says, well, I'm so glad you found your calling, and we're grateful to have you doing Beavercreek hockey. Beavercreek hockey started my love for the sport, but I'm also a Blue Jackets fan. Thank you, Michaela, and the Blue Jackets. That's great that they've come into being about, 22, 23 years ago. I root for the Blue Jackets as they're a Columbus, Ohio team. But the Blues of St. Louis, they're my first love. So I'm a humongous Blues fan. But I'm glad you're rooting for the Blue Jackets. It's great to have support for the Ohio team. Behind his own net, Adam Ryder. 9.5 to go in regulation time. Knights have it at their own line. Here is Dixon Phillips into the Beaver zone. Checked by Newroth. Here's Chad Newroth for the Beavers. Across center, trying to drop it off. Chases it down, and he's checked into the boards. Alex Elsner for the Beavers. Trying to center the puck, but smothering it at the side of the net is Grant Russell. Joey Donahue back on the ice now for Beavercreek. Coming on for the Knights, Ferguson, both Mahonies, Danny and AJ, and Luke Lance. Riley Hanson will square off. Now Martin not set. He's back on. He was going to leave the ice, but he stays on. Here is Alex Elsner. Shot off the side of the cage, trying to wrap it around. Now, just missing was Newroth. Another shot, no goal. It went in, Hanson, but the net was loose. That's a bad break for the Beavers as Hanson shot it in, but the whistle had blown as the shot was on its way. Referee Peck spotted that the net was loose. It's come loose on that other end, several times. Usually it's the other end that has trouble keeping the net. Here's a shot by Elsner, blocked in front. Puck chipped to center. Elsner veers off around Mahoney, now into the Alder zone, fires, and it's wide. 8.5 to go in the third period. Luke Lance lost it, bumped off the puck by Elsner. A.J. Mahoney holds it in his own zone, can't clear it. Stolen by Donahue. Joey Donahue, backhand pass in front for Elsner. Shot loose, and whoa, we've got a whistle. Grant Russell was down as was Luke Lance, and the goal came loose again.
Don't sit down. Don't sit down.
Face-off will be in the Alder zone to our right. Riley Hansen, it looks like, against Dixon Phillips. Hansen wins it to Donahue, but it's off the stick. Now here comes Liam Riley. Liam Riley into the Beaver zone. Ridden into the end boards by Riley Hansen. Here come the Beavers the other way. Alex Elsner. And he's checked from behind, but a penalty, and now another penalty. And that was a hit by Elsner, and we'll see if he gets penalized. There was a penalty that was going to be called on Schultz, probably for interference, and then Elsner hits Schultz, and so he's going to wind up going in as well. And that's unfortunate for the Beavers because they had a power play coming, and a little bit of a hothead moment for, we hope that Evan Schultz is okay. We mentioned earlier how he's one of the more diminutive players on the ice. Elsner, unnecessary, as Schultz was down on the ice, and Alex hit him head first into the boards, and that's going to be probably a major penalty. We'll see in just a moment. Referees Peck and Leff are having a word now with the Coach Barry on the Alder bench. So probably a minor penalty for interference for Schultz of Alder, and then probably a major penalty on Elsner.
2 minutes for a hook, 5 minutes for an elbow.
Okay, so 2-minute minor for hooking on Evan Schultz, but then a 5-minute major on Alex Elsner. I'm sure Coach Gutterman will have a word with Alex about that. That was a hothead retaliatory play that was unnecessary.
The alter penalty to number 29, Evan Schultz, 2 minutes for hooking. The Beavercreek penalty to number 15, Alex Elsner, 5 minutes for elbowing. Times of the penalty.
So that is a 5-minute elbowing. I thought they would call it roughing or something like that, but they call it an elbow because I guess he hit him into the boards head first. But it's a 5-minute major nonetheless. It's called for elbowing against Elsner. So again, this is something the junior forward Alex Elsner will probably learn from. Not smart to have a retaliatory play like that. There's a shot from the face-off caught by Russell. As the Beavers lead at 5-4, and they had a power play coming. It was going to be the hooking minor on Schultz. There's a shot. Save, rebound, and Russell keeps it out. Wow. Grant Russell, a great save on the rebound. The all-star goalie for the Knights, and he makes a fantastic save when what looked for sure, I thought that rebound was going in the net, but Russell sprawls out and keeps it out of the net. Now another shot is deflected away from the net. Here come the Knights the other way. Liam Riley dumps it in the Beaver zone. Back is J.J. Lehman. Lehman's pass ahead for Austin Drawn. Beaten to the puck by Dixon Phillips of Alder. Knights come back. We're 4-on-4 for another minute 25. And then the Knights will have a power play. Here's Ryder, shot blocked by Riley Hansen. It would be great for the Beavers if they could score while it's 4-on-4. Here is Liam Riley. Riley starts out. Riley will dump it in off the far wall behind the Beaver net. Puck loose, Mahoney trying to center it. But he passes right to Riley Hansen. One man back. Here comes the Cobra. Moving in. And a nice save, or actually a block. I don't know who hit that away, whether it was Russell or Ryder. But Hansen swerved in front, cutting through the slot area in front of the Knight net, and it was poke-checked off his stick right as he was about to try to take a shot toward the net. Chase Newroth chips it ahead. Alter penalty. Ryder wipes out going into the Beavers zone. If the Beavers can come back the other way, here's Hansen picking up a loose puck at center. Hansen pulls the trigger, and the save made by Russell. Blocker pad save. Rebound ricochets to center. Now chipped up high into the Alder line, taken by the Knights. They are on a power play for 3 minutes. They shoot toward the Beaver net, and a save made by Chad DeYoung. And again, we have a timeout Alter. Timeout by the Knights. They have a 4-on-3 power play for another 2 minutes, 52 seconds. Again, our chat, live chat is open, and if we've been hearing from a lot of Beaver fans, and if you're a Knight fan, I'd like to hear from you too. If you have a Alter player you're following, let us know, and we'll give a shout out to that player. Shots on goal right now, unofficially, favoring the Beavercreek Beavers 46-27. So the Beavers have really put it on the net, but Grant Russell, even though he's trailing 5-4, he has played well and made several really sensational saves. Ian Champagne, the starting goaltender for the Beavers, was chased in the second period after giving up the 4 goals, replaced by Chad DeYoung. There's a shot right on the Beaver net, and DeYoung the stop. So a very uncharacteristic game for Ian Champagne, who's been an all-star goalie for the Beavers and just didn't quite have it today. I don't know what happened, but Chad DeYoung's played very well, and right now the Beavers lead at 5-4. Russell sets it up for Riley. The Knights on a power play, their first of the game. Here is Riley Hansen. He'll clear it for the Beavers all the way back behind the Knight net. Here is Riley. Rink wide, head manning for Ryder. Pass for Schultz, too far ahead of him. Riley Hansen will clear it all the way down. Nice penalty killing so far by the Beavers. Now they steal it. Cutting on the ice was Austin Drawn, looking for a pass, but the Beavers, here comes Riley Hansen, pass to Drawn between his legs. Knights have it. Adam Ryder over the Beaver line, tripped up and goes down. He was looking for a call. Nothing called on that play against Beavercreek. Here's Ryder. Rink wide pass. Off a body, right back to Ryder. It's over his stick. A lot of penalty time is being elapsed out there, just kicking the puck around for the Knights. Sure, Coach Kevin Berry would like to see a little bit more crisper offensive activity in the attacking zone on a power play. Ryder, rink wide pass for Ty Ferguson, or check that, Ferguson. Now we've got another penalty coming up as the puck is cleared into the Alder zone. Referee Leff has his arm up It's a delayed penalty on Beavercreek. They send the goalie to the bench for an extra attacker, and as Joe Martin plays the puck, we've got an interference minor on Beavercreek. And that is going to be on whom? Is that Joe Martin? So Joe Martin, an interference minor. So the Knights are going to have a 2-man advantage for 57 seconds, and then we'll have a 1-man advantage for a minute 13, and now timeout Beavercreek. I'm sure Coach Gutterman is going to try to settle his troops down.
The Beavercreek penalty is on number
Coach Gutterman, a retired Air Force Brigadier General, and I'm sure he'll know how to get his troops settled down.
So 57 seconds on the first penalty.
Referees Leff and Peck discuss the proceedings as we wait for the timeout by the Beavers. Get a chance to mention the Flying Locksmiths, located at 5335 Far Hills Avenue in Dayton. The Flying Locksmiths, once again this season, sponsoring Beaver hockey. They are a commercial and residential door and locksmith company focusing on exceptional service to their clients. The Flying Locksmiths at 5335 Far Hills Avenue in Dayton. Two-man advantage for the Alder Knights, trailing by a goal, 5-4, for 57 seconds. Then they'll have a one-man power play for a minute 13. Face-off in the Beaver zone. From the draw, Joey Martin for the Beavers. Backhand shoveling down the ice past one of the Knight players on the point. Set up by Russell for Liam Riley, team captain. For Adam Ryder, across center into the Beaver zone. Adam Ryder. Rink wide pass for Mahoney to Phillips. Tipped away by Hansen. Hansen, one man back, Phillips. Hansen, the corner moves in, fires, kicked out by Russell. What a great save by Russell to thwart the attempt at a shorthanded goal by Riley Hansen. 12 seconds left in the two-man advantage. Puck dug out by Danny Mahoney. Cutting in the Beaver zone on the left wing. Drop pass intercepted by Hansen. And Hansen will rifle the puck down the ice. And it's loose, and Russell out of the net to clear it away as Elsner tried to beat him to the puck. Now one man is on for the Beavers, back out of the penalty box. The Knights have a one-man power play for 45 seconds. Joey Donahue chips the puck ahead to Elsner if he can catch up to it. Elsner, Donahue, backhander, and it's off the shoulder of Grant Russell. Great chance by Joey Donahue and Alex Elsner. 5-4 Beavers lead it. Here's a pass tipped off at center by Chase Newroth. Off his stick, the Knights get it back. Poke checked away by Elsner, the A-train, trying to move in on goal. Shot, and it's a flashing leather by Grant Russell as he catches the puck by Elsner. Big save, boy, I tell you what, Grant Russell showing a quick glove as Elsner tried to pick the upper part of the net, and Russell flashes that glove to catch the puck. He dropped it off, but they say he held on to it long enough to be held for a face-off. I think Russell wanted to see the Knights play the puck and head back the other way. From the draw, Hansen fires. It's blocked on defense. Now with just seconds left in the power play, big hit by Hansen on Riley, and the Beavers clear the puck, and both penalties killed off. Here's Elsner, a shot the other way from a bad angle, and it's wide. Newroth fighting for the puck. Beavers trying to hold it in. They do in the Knight zone. Donahue lost it behind him. Now the Knights come back. 5-4 Beavers. We're down to a minute 20 left in regulation. What a game this has been between these two arch rivals in the Southwest Ohio High School Hockey League. A.J. Mahoney ridden into the boards by Lehman. 1 minute to play. To the bench for the extra attacker goes Grant Russell. And that extra attacker, Luke Lance, chasing the puck, but it's icing against the Knights. Now Russell is going to have to come back on. There should be no, it's an icing on Beavercreek, I beg your pardon. Icing Beavercreek, so the face-off will be in the Beaver zone. Phillips against Hanson. So the net is empty on the Alder end. 6-on-5 for the Knights. Beavers lead it 5-4. And here comes a puck all the way down. Foot race, Joey Donahue. Donahue trying to shovel it in. Now he picks it up side of the net, and he scores! Joey Donahue with what should be the coup de grace. For the Big Rig, his second goal of the game. And for Joey, that is his 6th of the season. Now Grant Russell back in the net. The empty net goal by Donahue. There were a couple of Knight players trying to keep the puck out, but Donahue able to shoot it in. We're down to 40 seconds left in the third period. Here's the Junkyard Dog, Danny Mahoney. He flips it high into the Beaver zone. Half a minute left in the third. J.J. Lehman stands up. Luke Lance. Lance has a size advantage there, but J.J. stood toe-to-toe with him and knocked him down to one knee. How about that? So J.J. Lehman throwing his weight around a little bit out there. Face off in the Beaver zone. The clock is running. Why is the clock running? The clock, now it's stopped. Did they run time off intentionally?
Well, they did it on purpose. They did not run it for
Okay. So now they're putting a second back on the clock, but it really should be about 5. But with a 2-goal lead, I don't think it'll really matter. The puck flipped up high in the Beaver zone. Mahoney whiffs on a hard slap shot. Puck comes to center. And with the last second ticking off the clock, the shot on, a save made by DeYoung. And the Beavercreek Beavers fight off a very stiff challenge by the Alder Knights. Beavers winning it 6-4. And I tell you what, and I don't know if we have any Alder folks listening. We didn't get anybody on our chat from the Alder side, but I would like to congratulate the Knights on what was a fantastic game they played. They came in with a record of 2-4. The Beavers undefeated at 6-0-1. So the Beavers a prohibitive favorite coming into this game. But boy, what a game put on by the Knights. So congratulations to Coach Kevin Berry and his staff for coaching this team up to playing a great game. A great game played by Grant Russell. And hey, congratulations to Chad DeYoung. Freshman. Chad's a freshman, right? Sophomore, okay. That's his first year of playing?
No, it's his first year here.
Okay. So Chad coming to town, and Chad DeYoung, as Coach Berry and Coach Gutterman, the two coaches, congratulate Billy Peck. And again, this is a time capsule for me, seeing Kevin Berry and Greg Gutterman with Bill Peck. Because, like I say, 29 years ago, Kevin Berry and Greg Gutterman played in the same beer league, and Bill Peck was a referee back then, and that's when I started practicing calling games in a tape player here late at night, way back in 1993, and Greg Gutterman and Kevin Berry were in that league, and Bill Peck was an official, so it's kind of a time warp to see those guys together on the ice here at Kettering Ice Arena. We are going to stand by, folks. I'm going to try to get a hold of our star of the game, who this afternoon is Joey Donahue. So stand by, folks. We're gonna drop a little graphic on the screen, and then I'm gonna head downstairs. We're gonna try to get a hold of Joey Donahue, our star of the game, and then after that we'll come back up and we'll do a 3 stars and a recap, and we'll be back up. So stand by, folks, for star of the game. We'll be back. We'll be there with Joey here in just a few moments. Our star of the game this afternoon is the big rig, the diesel, Joey Donahue, senior forward. Joey with 2 goals today in what was a thriller. 6-4, the Beavers win it. Joey scoring a goal, and then he scores the capper, an empty net goal on a great shot down at this other end. And we're happy to have Joey with us. Joey, congratulations, first of all, on a great game today by you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
The Alder Knights coming in, again, a much different team than what we saw last season. They had 7 guys graduate, and coming in, and during this game today, were you surprised at how the stiff competition today, or were you kind of expecting that?
Yeah, Alta graduated 7, so they got a whole new team, so we didn't really know what to expect, and we had 7 guys out with injury, so we were light bench. They only got 10 players. They were light bench, so we didn't really know what to expect. And the record's not the greatest, but we don't really judge records. So it was kind of just go in. It's our rivals, Alter, play our hardest, and just try to win the game. And we played sloppy a little bit in the first 2 periods, but due to injuries and stuff, I think we still played really good. We showed good effort and heart. So we came back with a good 3rd period. We had some penalties, but we played really good teamwork there. So It was a good game.
Yeah, they do have a few veterans that you've tangled with over the years, last few years. Grant Russell, the goalie, Danny Mahoney out there, Liam Riley, Adam Ryder, a few of those guys. Did their size, because they had several big boys. Now, you're one of the big guys out there too, but I felt like Alder had kind of a size advantage. Did their size bother you guys at all?
Not really. I mean, a lot of teams have size advantages on us. We're not the biggest team, but the way Coach Gut coaches is we just use our speed and go around them and get pucks wide and deep and get them on net, and that's where we win our games. So, I mean, the size didn't really matter, but.
Yeah. And I saw right near the end of the game, J.J. Lehman, he just stood toe-to-toe with one of their big guys and knocked him down down here. So, yeah, it's not the size of the dog, it's the size of the fight in the dog, right?
Yeah, I'm buddies with the guy that JJ stood up, so they're down by 2. JJ doesn't have the puck, so they go to try to hit him, and JJ stood him up. So I was kind of crap talking him a little bit, trying to. I've been buddies with a lot of their teams. Like I play baseball with Danny Mahoney, and I've known Grant for a while and Adam. So it was kind of fun, but at the end, they're Alter, and we don't like them.
Yeah, you guys, and I'm glad you mentioned that because, I know that you guys through the years. Some of you play together, like on the Nugs and some other type of thing. Some of you guys have played together over the years, so you know these players a lot from playing with them, right?
Yeah, me, Riley Carson played with Grant for a couple years in our Pee Wee and Bantam days, and I played with Adam in Bantams, and I didn't know Danny until last year. He was on my summer baseball team, so I got a good friendship with Danny. And his brother just started playing hockey too, so his brother was at baseball games too. So I've got a friendship with a couple of their players. So,
and taking a look at this weekend, wow! I mean, I don't know what I didn't look. I guess I should have, but I didn't know what Alter's schedule was this weekend. But you guys just finished 3 games in 3 days, and you mentioned kind of a short bench. You had a few guys out, a couple guys with injury, some other circumstances maybe. How much was fatigue a factor in your guys' play today, especially maybe kind of a slow start you mentioned? Was fatigue bothering you guys?
Yeah, it for sure was. That was Alter's first game of the weekend. This is our 3rd, and we had 4 in 3 days last weekend. We had a couple of practices this weekend. So for sure, our legs are a little tired, but it just goes to show that the way we practice, the way Coach Gutt practices, he gets our legs ready and our conditioning up. So even no matter how many games we play, we can hang with anybody at any point in the period. So.
Now, coming up, what does your schedule look like? Hey, Kev. I want to say Kevin. Hey, Kevin. Good game, man. What does your guys' schedule look like next week? You had 2 really heavy weekends in a row. What does it look like in the upcoming week or 2?
This next weekend's pretty heavy too. We got Kilbourne, who Saturday night, who's pretty good about our level, like an 82, 83 in my hockey rankings. So that's gonna be a tough game. We play them every year. It's always like a 1-2 goal game. And then Sunday we play PHA. We played twice last year in Frozen Creek, and that's our teacher appreciation game. So it should be fun for that. But we got 2 good teams coming this weekend.
And I remember PHA, the Prowlers, last year. Those guys, I think it was last year during Frozen Creek, they were tough customers. I mean, those guys, that was a physical team. So you guys, I'm sure you're going to be ready for that, knowing them. Is there any preparation, any different or anything for a real physical team like that, or strategizing any different, you think?
Not really. We just stick to the same game plans at practice and stuff, and then when we get into our games, we just do the same concept of we might be smaller, but we're faster. We can get around them and get shots on net and get some goals.
Well, the Zamboni's coming out, so you guys might have a hard time hearing me, so I think we'll wrap things up. Our star of the game today, again, the big rig, Joey Donahue, 2 goals today, including the coup de grace down here, the great empty net shot down here from a bad angle around a couple of Alder players trying to guard the net. So great game by Joey. We appreciate you joining us and look forward to seeing you in next game.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Joey Donahue, our star of the game. And now producer Cherie, you can put that graphic back up if you want to, and now I'll get my old bones back upstairs, and we'll be back in just a minute. So we'll be back for 3 stars and a wrap up here in just a minute. Okay, folks, back up top here and at the Kettering Ice Arena. We appreciate again seeing Joey Donahue join us for the star of the game. Got a message from A. Byers. Says, great job, Creek. Michaela Stacy says, great game for both teams. It really was. Again, congratulate the Knights on a great game that they almost pulled out. It was 5-4, and they had a two-man power play down by a goal, and they could have tied it, and then who knows what happened. But a couple of nice saves by Chad DeYoung over here, and some great penalty killing. The Beaver penalty kill, and I probably should have asked Joey Donahue about that on the start of the game, but great penalty killing on that two-man power play toward the end of the game, and that saved the day for the Beavers. And then Joey got the empty netter here to cap it. But great game for the Knights, and again, third game in 3 days for the Beavers. Great effort by Beavercreek to gut this one out. So first of all, let's recap the scoring real quick, and then we'll do a 3 stars, and then we'll wrap things up. For the Beavers in the first period, it was Alex Elsner, and Alex scored his 13th goal of the season, and that was unassisted, and that made it a score of 1-0. And then Joey Donahue, our star of the game, got his first of the game unassisted, and for Joey, that was his 5th of the season, and that made it 2-0 Beavercreek. We don't have any stats for the Knights, so I can't tell you how many goals they had on the season. But then with the Beavers up 2-0, and really at that point I'm thinking, possibly the rout is on. But the Knights completely changed the momentum, and they really took the game over for the next couple of periods, as it was Sam Linden who scored, assisted by Liam Riley. And Liam Riley got the only assist of the game for both teams. 10 goals in the game scored by both teams, but that was the only goal that had an assist on it, and that was Liam Riley's assist. That made it 2-1, and then the Junkyard Dog, Danny Mahoney, scores unassisted on a great rifling wrist shot down here from the right wing circle, and that tied the game at 2, and that's where we stood after 2 periods. And then in the third, Chase Newroth, a great job down here to get a shot away, and he scored unassisted, and that made it 3-2 Beavers. But then the Knights came back. Liam Riley unassisted, and then it was Adam Ryder unassisted. And the Knights led it 4-3. And then Riley Hansen, a great individual effort to get a shot away, unassisted goal right near the end of the second period to tie things up. And that's where we were after 2. It was 4-4. And that's where it stood for a good part of the third period. And then it was Mason Washburn Mason Washburn with a great shot down here. He had the puck, and he had a clearing. And he moved to the top of the right wing circle down here, and he had a clearing. And he made a nice shot that found its way between the legs of Grant Russell, and that made it 5-4. That turned out to be the game-winning goal. And then Joey Donahue, great effort down here on an empty net. He took the puck at the side of the net. There were two Knights that were trying to. There was Grant Russell was off for the extra attacker at the end of the game with the score 5-4 Beavers, and then Joey Donahue, a great shot, and got in between a couple of Knights who were guarding the net, and that was an empty net goal, and that capped the scoring, and for Joey, his 6th of the season. Winning goaltender this afternoon for the Beavers is Chad DeYoung, and for Chad, that is his 3rd victory of the season. He's 3-0. He came in the second period in relief of Ian Champagne. Kind of a rough day for Ian. Don't know what happened today, but Ian let in all 4 goals in really the first half of the game, and then kind of midway through that second period, after that 4th goal, that's when Coach Gutterman sent in Chad DeYoung, and Chad shuts the Knights out the rest of the way. The losing goaltender today was Grant Russell. Again, Grant facing a lot of shots. Our final shot total unofficially 48-29 for the Beavers. And so Russell stops 43 out of 48 shots. So a really nice effort. Of course, the empty net goal does not count against Grant Russell. So he let in 5 goals and out of the 48 shots. So really nice game by Grant Russell this afternoon, and a great game by Chad DeYoung, coming in a tough situation. He's a sophomore, and this is his first year with Beavercreek, and he had a great game. So let's check our 3 stars for the game, and I always have to think, who are we going to get? Let me see here. Let's give the 3rd star of the game to Chad DeYoung. Chad DeYoung, the winning goaltender today, came in a tough spot and really played well. He shut the Knights out for a period and a half to hold on to the win. The 2nd star of the game, let's give it to Alter Knights, Liam Riley, who is the team captain of the Knights. Liam, he got a goal and an assist, the only Knight player with 2 points in the game. So Liam Riley, our number 2 star. And the number 1 star was our star of the game today, the big rig, Joey Donahue, as Joey 2 goals in the game. And so that'll do it. The hard hat, let's give the hard hat. Who can we give the hard hat today? Let's give the hard hat to J.J. Lehman. J.J., we were talking about the big hit he put on one of the Alder players down here, and J.J., he threw his weight around, several times today. J.J., he was banging guys around now. So we'll give the hard hat today to J.J. Lehman. So that'll do it. We will wrap things up. We got a message from somebody named Beavercreek Varsity Hockey. Next game will be Saturday night, next Saturday night, December 10th, right here at the Ice Arena at 9 o'clock in the evening against the Worthington Kilbourne, what is that, Wolves, or what is their name? Wolves, I think. So and that should be a very good game next Saturday night. The Beavers, with the win today, up their record to 7 wins, no losses, 1 tie. The Knights with a loss dropped to 2-5. And again, the Beavers trying to put that undefeated record on the line next Saturday night against a very tough Worthington Kilbourne team. If you're not from this area, Worthington is a suburb of Columbus. So they're going to come down here and try to end the Beavers' undefeated streak. And the Beavers trying to. Did they play Kilbourne in the state tournament last year? Did that? That's when Thomas got hurt. So they lost that game, and Beavers didn't they lose that game? So the Beavers trying to get a measure of revenge on those Wolves for a loss last year in the state tournament. So should be fun. Next Saturday night at 9 o'clock in the evening. So speaking for photographer Sir Lancelot and the person who got the chair dancing award for the game, producer engineer Cherie Champagne. This is Kent Jacobs again reminding you the final score. Beavercreek 6 and Alter 4. Until next Saturday night, good evening everybody from Kettering Ice Arena.